Hey, what's going on, Amazon? I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at this duvet insert slash comforter. I just do want to preface this by saying this is a king size comforter on a queen size bed that you're looking at. I did that on purpose because I like having the extra blanket, especially with this one here. She likes to build little nests and steal my blankets at night, and I like to wrap and bundle around me, so having the extra is nice in this circumstance. That's just for me, though. But anyway, about the duvet itself, it's not everything I thought it would be based upon the product description and the product photos on the product's page. We'll get into that in a second. I want to get all the good stuff out of the way. The good stuff is look at it. It's beautiful. It's a nice classic design, but it also looks modern at the same time, if that makes any sense. It is a nice soft material. We'll take a look at that here. And it's large. It delivers on the king size promise that it promises on the product page. However, it is lacking fill. It is very thin compared to what I thought I was getting. You can see clearly by just this image that I'm showing you here that it doesn't look anything like the product photos. It is not as poofy. It is not as filled. It's very flat and it's kind of thin, to be honest. I did sleep with it last night, and I did turn the thermostat down a few degrees just to see if I would wake up in the middle of the night, because usually when I do that, I do wake up. I did not wake up, and she stayed under it longer than normal. So it's not super, super warm, but it's warm enough, and it kept me comfortable throughout the night. As far as the all-season claims is concerned, I think that, using it in this mode, you could get through all season. My temperature thermostat is 67 to 72, depending on the time of the year, and I can see myself using it all year long like this. Now, if you're in a colder part of the country like I was when I lived back up north, this probably wouldn't be enough for me. However, coupled with a duvet cover, it may be enough. But colder states, colder areas, you may want another throw on top of this, and this is why. Now, I don't know how good this is going to come across on camera, but this is thin. Um, it's very thin. There's not a lot of fill. Even towards the center of the blanket, it's still the same as the edge. So I'm not being biased, just showing you the edge. The edge is just the easiest way to show you. It's not, look at my finger is thicker than the blanket. So there's not a ton of fill here. This is me just kind of grazing the edges of the blanket, and it's not even a half inch. It's like 3/8 maybe, 3/8 of an inch of fill. It's very thin. And you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying to get this across as much as I can. It's not as poofy as the product photos would lead you to believe. Now, I even have it doubled up, like in the product photo, and it still doesn't look poofy. So that's my major complaint about this, is the poofiness is just not there. The other thing I'm really not crazy about, notice how this stitching stops short of the edge. And that happens all the way around on all four sides of the blanket. It does have these duvet cover loops all along the edge and on the corners if you are going to use this as an insert. So those are there. I'm not a duvet guy, so I don't know how well that's going to work, or if they match up with duvet covers at all. I can't answer for that. The material is soft. I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to put my mic near it. So the material is soft. However, there's just not a whole lot of fill here, guys. So that's my major complaint. It really feels like a microfiber sheet stitched to another microfiber sheet and a really thin layer of cotton put in between. It's like just grazing it, and I'm about 3/8 of an inch. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm fighting with the blanket and the camera right now. But it's just not as full as the product page would leave you to believe. It's very, very thin. So other than that, I like the way that it feels. I like the way that it slept. It kept me warm last night. And It was delivered in very good condition. There was no rips, snags, tears, or loose threads. The build on it seems very nice, seems durable enough for what it is. It doesn't feel like a bed in a bag. It feels like a level up from bed in a bag, if you know what I mean. And I'm happy with the size of it overall. However, like I said, it's disappointing in regard to the fact that it's lightweight. It also sleeps light because of the lack of fill. So that might be something to consider if you're taking a look at this particular item. I do wish it had more fill. If it had more fill, I would be very enthusiastic about this item right now, because other than the lack of fill, the rest of the blanket, the size, the material, the softness, the stitching, other than coming all the way to the edge, which that may be just a personal thing. That might be like something about me that I just don't like, that the stitching doesn't go all the way to the edge. But in general, overall, the blanket's a very nice comforter, but the lack of fill and the fact that it doesn't have any weight when you're underneath it. I know it's not a weighted blanket, but it feels very light when you're underneath it and covered up with it. But anyway, there you go, guys. Just a quick look at the duvet insert slash comforter. And this is just how I see it with the item that was delivered to me. I hope you guys found that information to be helpful in regard to maybe purchasing this particular product. And I appreciate y'all watching. Have a nice day.
Absolutely love this quilt comforter. Great quality, best one I found, perfect thickness. But I'm going to have to return it because there's no shams. And these are white shams from a different one I already had that I never used. They've never been used. They don't match. So it's not simple to just find a sham that's going to match, because this was considered white as well. So not very happy that, as much as I love this, I can't keep it when they don't offer matching shams. They don't sell them. That's a big downside. So if you don't mind not having matching shams, I would get this.
Finally, a comforter that goes almost all the way to the floor on my king size bed, all the way around. That'll do.